In its earliest assessment, the Nigeria Universities Commission (NUC) described Abuad as a model, benchmark, and reference point for other universities in Nigeria.
Afe Babalola University has continued to set the pace. The university has continued to be the role model, not just a role model, the role model for universities in this country, not only private. Now, no distinction. All universities.
The AUC has called us as a benchmark and reference point for the universities.
One of the earliest personalities to do the characterization of Abuad was a foremost Nigerian monarch, Obalamidi Adeyemi, the Aare Afe of Oyo.
The greatest gift that education confers on its recipient is the gift of character. And what do we mean by character? Character is determined by three important factors: heredity, environment, and training. For the first time in this country, we are seeing somebody put into practice these parameters of judging character modeling. We have in this environment a conducive atmosphere that will take and encourage learning. We have in this environment of Abuad, well-stocked library, professionals of high quality, or from the singular effort of a single man.
The incidence of recognition has increased over the years.
Afe Babalola is the best private university in Nigeria.
I can say without equivocation that my brief glimpse of the facilities, staff and students as I drove around and chatted with them, this campus leaves me or anyone in no doubt that the setting of this university is superlatively impressive, with nothing of its kind that I have seen so far in the country or anywhere else.
You come here, you will really see what a model private university should be. And that if we have more like this, the panoramic situation of universities and tertiary educational institutions in Nigeria will be changed.
From what I have seen today, most has been accomplished in this institution in a very short space of time. Aare Afe Babalola is a man of unassailable character, profound vision, an epitome of the highest ideals, and a quintessential Nigerian patriot. I can attest to the fact that we are going to produce graduates from this university that are worthy of the certificates by their character.
We have here perhaps one of the greatest experiments in transforming university education. It is very clear that the approach that this university has taken to transforming education is one that has succeeded greatly. First, I have looked around and I've seen that there's so many very well thought out buildings, the well thought out layout of this university, the well thought out programs, and the emphasis on students being able to do things for themselves, being able to think for themselves, and being able to innovate are clearly ideas that will surely transform university education in Nigeria and begin the transformation of our great nation.
Afe Babalola University, the largest employer of labor after Ekiti state government. Afe Babalola University, the biggest taxpayer after Ekiti state government. Afe Babalola University, another government in Ekiti.
Industry, service, and integrity are the hallmarks of the founder. These are already being inculcated in the staff and students of this university. By the time the students of this university graduate, they will be agents of positive change. Transformation of education in Nigeria has already begun at Afe Babalola University.
Africa's best private university, Afe Babalola University, asked me to name a Nigerian who has contributed the most to Africa's development within 3 constellations of sectors: law, education, agriculture, and community service. And the winning name for me and for most people is Aare Afe Babalola.
Babalola is a man that goes for the greatest. No half measure in whatever he does.
He is evidently an advocate of functional and practical education for Nigerian youth.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I see this university at the beginning of good things in Nigeria, a veritable hallmark of excellence, a factory for transformatory university education in Nigeria, and the greatest gift by any Nigerian to the present generation and yet those to be born. A lasting imprint on the sands of history by an icon whose constituency transcends the African shores. I agree with the views of the eminent Nigerians, and there is no university today that can compare with this university.
As the president of the Club of Rectors, I have the opportunity and the privilege to visit many universities. Afe Babalola University can compete with the best of them and surpass most. You can be the best. You are Nigeria. You can accomplish it. You are Afe Babalola University. If it cannot be accomplished by you, I submit that it cannot be accomplished at all. I shall be with you.
Every visitor to Abuad has marveled at its vast agricultural enterprise, the aesthetics of its campus, and the sophistication of its facilities.
This university is indeed a model, not only in Africa, but the world at large.
It's a miracle at the center. I've never seen.
In appreciation of the landmark efforts of Abuad, the president of CES Industries donated a billboard that compares the personality of Abuad's founder, Aare Afe Babalola, with great Africans.
The university here, the speed and the action that your founder does and has taught to the rest of its staff is second to none. When he says he's going to do something, it's done yesterday.
Since its inception in 2009, we in the NUC have watched Abuad grow in leaps and bounds in line with its commitment to its vision of leading education reform in Nigeria through the development of a world-class university.
In 2009, Aare Afe Babalola set up the Afe Babalola University as an expression of his commitment to help aid the transformation of education in Nigeria. He has said that he hopes other universities in the country will use it as a model to deliver quality higher education. And a model it is, the fastest growing new university in Africa, with its commitment to standards, ethical behavior, and high quality academic and skills development. It has been acknowledged by UNESCO as a model of excellence, a world-class institution of learning.
In 2019, the African Union honored the founder Aare Afe Babalola with African Role Model and AU Agenda 2063 Ambassadorial Award. The award was premised upon Aare Afe Babalola's iconic pan-African and philanthropic orientation.
On behalf of African Union's Economic, Social and Cultural Council, and in my capacity as elected Imperial representative, I present the award of Africa Role Model and Agenda 2063 Ambassadorial Award to Cabbage Aare Afe Babalola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the founder, the Chancellor of Afe Babalola University, in recognition of your outstanding contributions to the education development, nation building, and the implementation of Agenda 2063. Congratulations.
Abuad is setting upbeat agenda for tertiary education in this country.
The university has been scoring first in different areas. The Astronomical Center is the first of its kind in Nigerian tertiary institutions. The telemedicine equipment in the teaching hospital is the first of its kind in tertiary institutions in Africa, and a couple of other things. We look at the model of the university in terms of entrepreneurship programs, in terms of agribusiness, and the recently launched Industrial Research Park. You know, these are the future of education and human capital development in Africa. Afe Babalola University is for innovation, it's for excellence, it's for entrepreneurship, it's for self-actualization, it's for liberation from traditional way of educating people, it's for skill development, it's for life skills. I can see the quality of graduates being rolled out from the university is second to none in the country.
Everyone here taps into the vision of the founder. The founder is a man that does not do things in half measures. He doesn't believe in cutting corners or doing things for show. He's a man of intellect, and he believes that it is either the best or nothing.
I'm still trying to recover from the shock of this environment.
Today, Abuad, that multi-system hospital, is getting mentioned internationally for complex surgeries that are being done there. A variety of cardiac surgeries, neurosurgery breakthroughs, skull-based tumors, spine surgeries, even a special type of neuron surgery called awake neurosurgery, where the patient is actually awake while his brain is being operated on. Many countries of the world do not have.
Afe Babalola University rates highest amongst all the many universities that I've visited, that I've seen. It is out of this planet.
I foresee a university that will bring the good old days where you have Ghanaians, Sierra Leoneans, South Africans coming to Nigerian universities to study. I see Abuad coming, bringing the country to that level again.
I see this place becoming a UNESCO site for qualitative education. I see the UN declaring this place as the standard and the benchmark.
I went to the medical section and saw the telemed, where the doctor can make consultations with the best doctors all over the world via the internet on video, and diagnosis is done not only locally but also internationally. Second, third, fourth, fifth opinions can be received quickly on any particular patient. There's nowhere else in Africa where this is done. Afe Babalola University has taken university to the next level. And the planetarium where we went to see the skies, to see the stars, to see the moon, we went on a visit to the moon. That shows the height that Afe Babalola is taking this university.
The indefatigable founder of Abuad, Aare Afe Babalola, remains resolute in his agenda to take Abuad to the top.
The university was assigned deliberately to be an example of how universities be run. What we are doing really is to make it a 21st century university. To be a 21st century university, you have to be a modern university. To be a modern university, you must have equipment and structures. That's why we have this equipment.
6th of March 2019 was the 110th posthumous birthday of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the most outstanding political figure of Nigeria's post-independence era. Obafemi Awolowo, the first premier of Nigeria's former western region, had evolved as a sage. In his memory was instituted the Obafemi Awolowo Prize for Leadership.
Today, after 4 long years, we are gathered to honor our 2018 awardee, Aare Afe Babalola, CON. A man who is not only eminently worthy of this honor, but who coincidentally shares many traits with Chief Obafemi Awolowo in his journey to greatness.
Afe Babalola was the third awardee of the prize. The first two were the Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka and the former South African leader Thabo Mbeki.
Aare Afe Babalola has risen to the zenith of the law profession in this country. He is a foremost advocate of human capital development, especially through education. And for the icing on the cake, he is, like Chief Awolowo, an unrelenting proponent of political restructuring or federalism in Nigeria. We are proud to welcome him into the illustrious company of our prize awardees.
Nigeria's former head of state, retired General Yakubu Gowon, chairman of the Obafemi Awolowo Foundation.
Aare Afe Babalola, son OFR CON, is an illustrious Nigerian whose footsteps, like Chief Awolowo's, loom large, particularly in the practice of law education. These are two critical areas of human endeavor after the heart of the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo.
Afe Babalola won the 2018 Obafemi Awolowo Prize for Leadership on the premise of a number of virtues that have trailed his exemplary life for 9 decades.
Integrity, credibility, discipline, selflessness, visionary and people-centered leadership, respect for the rule of law, accountability, courage, and tenacity of purpose.
This is to certify that Aare Afe Babalola, CON, son, has been awarded the 2018 Obafemi Awolowo Prize for Leadership for his pursuit of excellence in education, transformation, and support for the underprivileged. On this day, March the 6th, 2019. He is a great man, and I think he's achieved quite a lot. I wish him well, and I wish others can emulate him as well.
Is eminently deserved to
received the award.
He's a role model for most of the young people.
He's my godfather. I knew him over 40 years, close to him.
He deserves every accolade, and Nigeria should be very proud of this gentleman.
It's very obvious now that Aare Afe Babalola belongs to the entire Yoruba race, and by extension the entire black race.
Afe Babalola's personality is characterized by
hard work, opportunity, intellect, and of course being at the right place at the right time. He embodies it all.
Forthright man, a titan, hardworking but generous to a fault.
Focused, no age barrier. He gives his all. He makes lemonade out of his lemon. There's nothing that cannot be achieved, and I think it should be a case study for the young children of today who want to get to the top without taking the first step.
He makes the university set up in Ado-Ekiti to be a center of excellence, not just in Nigeria but world over.
He started as a farm boy, but rose to attain the most enviable successes in life. Blessed with abundant wealth, good health, longevity, impeccable reputation, a loving family, a formidable legal career, and an undying love for farming. Afe Babalola, a philanthropist extraordinaire, is a composite of what many wish to attain in life.
He's an absolutely wonderful gentleman.
I believe that he will never die. He will never die. He has already immortalized himself with the grace of the Lord. He shall not die forever.
Aare Afe Babalola's life story, founded on industry and an unflinching dedication to his callings, will remain a benchmark for generations to come. Abuad, a vision in action.